Well, this is a good question as well here. We're talking, and we've been hypercritical, so we have to start giving them flowers as well when we're critical, because a lot of people have been hammering the defense, saying how bad the defense is. But I think we had 3 games, we had 3 strip sacks, I believe. We got to the balls are getting turned, but more importantly, the third down, the defense is really shutting these teams down on third downs and getting guys off the field. In the second half, they got a couple more reps. But the starters and even the backups held the Cardinal out of the end zone for, what was it, 56 minutes of the game, 56 and change of the game, and they got a garbage touchdown at the end of the game. So when they do that, you have to give them their flowers. They did also, one concern I have on the outside, if you look at the number just raw and go, oh, wow, hey, look, USC gave up 200 yards in rushing again. And, you should not be giving up 200 yards rushing against these teams. But it is those chunk plays. And like I said before, they're easily correctable. But if you were to go ahead and take off those 2 long runs, they had 2 long runs. One of I can't remember. I think one was 59 from Filkins and 29 from EJ Smith. If you take those 2, so with those, it's a pretty horrible number, 5.1 yards per carry. But if you remove those 2 carries from what they did, that number shrinks down to a very nice 3.1 yards per carry, which is acceptable and well within the strike zone of what we want to see on our defense. So are there holes to fix? Yes. Are we going to a bye week? Yes. And these are not issues of guys not being able to have the range like we had in the past to set the edge. It's more being over aggressive, getting sucked inside, not being outside and keeping the gaps integrity. I think all those things can be addressed. Plus, remember, we're going to be getting back Mason Cobb very soon. We're going to be getting hopefully a very healthy Gentry back. And here's one thing, Rajon Davis is playing out of his mind. Early in that game, there's a third down. They threw. We were worried about USC, right? They're big tight end. The guy's a stud. But the guy came across the middle, and Rajon Davis right away tackled him short of the sticks. And that was just kind of the whole, it almost just seemed like that was going to be the formula for the whole day, because USC was not a problem at all. Humphreys was not a problem either. So this new, taller, bigger, more physical, athletic secondary and the quickness on the linebacking crew, especially with Rajon Davis getting out there in coverage, leaps and bounds better. What do you think, Matt?
Absolutely. That, just say the 2 words, Dalton Kincaid, and USC fans get migraine headaches. And so you now compare that. Like, it's not, when USC lost to Utah, it's not as though they were getting roasted and toasted by speed merchants. They were getting smoked by a tight end. So the fact that, Stanford had a premier tight end and Rajon Davis was able to shut him down, very encouraging. Like, that's not just a minor note, a minor detail. That's a big deal for USC to be able to look at an opposing team's star tight end and lock him down. That's a definite change from what we saw last year.
Few other content considerations to make here, folks, is that check out Matt's podcast, Get Off My Pylon, on the College Gridiron Coast to Coast Network. And I, too, have a podcast there, Big Ten Paradigm. So check those out on the College Gridiron Coast to Coast Network. I will post the links in the chat here in the next few minutes.
And of course, USC fans, we're going to the Big Ten next year, so you need to check out Big Ten Paradigm from Mark Rogers. Get that Big Ten knowledge, that Big Ten education heading into the conference in 2024.